relationships with family, friends, and love during adolescence. So, this episode we talk about navigating relationships. How do I balance it all during my adolescence? Well, as teenagers, relationships with family members start to shift. You're looking for your own identity. You're hunting for independence. But family plays a vital role still, and it will be there throughout your life as an emotional support and pillar of strength. In ancient Indian culture, the family was always a great cornerstone of emotional support. Parents were guides, helping their children navigate through the complexities of life. Things are no different today, but communication has started to falter, and I think if the parents and the teens can learn to balance the communication and instead of making it rigid, if there can be an open flow of communication, things can become a little more easier. Moving on to friends and peer influence. Friendships are a huge part of teenage life. Friends can be a great source of support, but they can also influence decisions both positively and negatively. Indian teachings emphasize satsang, which means surrounding yourself with positive influences, those which lift you up and share your values. And you have to do maitri, which means friendship with the people with whom you have positive vibes instead of being negative or feeling let down or negatively charged. You will have to move away from some people. Yes, you're hunting for your identity, you're wanting people to approve you, you're looking for people to accept you, but not at the cost of your own integrity. You'll have to learn to understand that you as a person are not to be influenced by negativity. And that's where the bigger challenge lies, because the peer pressure can sometimes be killing. And the next aspect is romantic relationships and first crushes. Teenage years often bring first crushes or romantic feelings because this is the time when your body is growing, hormonal changes are happening, and these can really confuse you. But it's normal to feel attracted towards the other sex, or as we talk about today, we have a lot of other feelings, which is okay so long as you're not getting confused and you are not getting into relationships in a rush to prove a point. Because this is the age when you have to learn to set boundaries and learn to have mutual respect for each other. But if you jump into relationships just to prove your point and as you're looking for your identity, things can really get confusing, my dear. So you better watch out. When we talk about the ancient wisdom, love can be seen as an emotion to be honored, but it has to be understood as something that needs maturity to grow. Rushing into things is going to spoil it all. So one thing which we have to remember is that in all the relationships, whether it is family, friends, or romantic inclinations, communication is the key. You have to learn to express how you feel and how you really want to go about things. You have to feel respected. In the same way, you have to make sure that you respect the feelings of others. You have to be listened to, and you have to listen to others also. You have to listen doesn't mean you just hear or others just hear you. We have to get into the depths of understanding what the other person is saying. So try this. The next time you have a misunderstanding with someone, pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what can I learn from this moment? And then talk to yourself and take steps further. Relationships are not complex. We make them complex, and they really help us to grow. So you have to make sure that you make beautiful relationships, and remember, communication is the key. In our next episode, we will talk about managing stress, anxiety, and other aspects as a teenager.